Oh man, what is going on, people? It is late. Well, not late, you know what I'm saying? But it's later than it normally would be when I sit down and start doing this, because it's like 8 p.m. now, right? Usually at this point, I'm in there kind of putting some final touches on some things and all that good stuff, getting ready to upload and, well, encode and then eventually upload. A little behind, only because it took a little while to do the pre-work on this video, right? So if you happen to be one of those people that knows me on the Instagram and pays attention to that crap, then you probably saw something about me running earlier today, right? Yeah, because that's obviously a huge part of this video. So I went out to the gym, ran 3 miles, which was really like 1 mile 3 times, but we'll get into that in a second. So anyways, I'm just now getting home from everything. It's like I said, it's kind of later than usual, but I got to get this video out because, well, I guess I don't have to, but I want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are few things that you truly have to do. This isn't one of them, but I do like doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to be entertained by this. It's I don't know. It's just kind of a cool thing to do to me for some reason, and I get pretty good reception from a lot of you guys. Somebody, it never fails, appreciates what I do. Usually more than one person, right? So that's cool. So thank you to all you guys that appreciate what I'm doing. That being said, I'm going to get into this, right? So here we go, right? Right here, this right here, right? An Adidas Ultra Boost 19. This right here, a Nike Air Vapormax Flyknit 3, right? So what's the better one, right? That's the whole question. And is there a definitive answer? To be honest, there isn't necessarily, but by my standard, there actually is, right? Because again, it comes down to you, what you like, all that crap. So let's get these in here. So as I said, right, I went out, I ran 1 mile in, what did I do first? I did these first, right? These here multicolored Flyknit 3s. Because I don't know why, but I just picked these to start with. And then as I'm running, you know, I'm trying to not focus too much on the music because I had a really good playlist going, right? Like, sometimes that could be a little distracting, right? But it's good when you're running because I like to not think about the fact that I'm running and instead have my mind on something else, because for the most part, I don't like running, all right? It's helpful and all that stuff, makes sense, but I don't want to think about it when I'm doing it. Anyway, so I'm out there, I'm running, and I'm trying to focus on, like, how do my feet feel and all that good stuff, right? And so, as I said before, I think I said all this before, these right here, first off, if you're considering, like, sizing and all that stuff, true to size on these. So, these, they feel great, they do. I've got no complaints about them. You know, they've got a good, you know, heel cup here, kind of, you know, holds your foot back, or holds the shoe on your foot pretty well and all that stuff. Doesn't feel too bad, like, you know, like your foot's gonna fall out or anything. The front part, the Flyknit upper, super comfortable, you know what I'm saying? Like, it gives you a nice stretchy feeling all in your toes and all that good stuff. Not very rigid, because that can be uncomfortable. And once broken in, that's the caveat there, this Vapormax sole is really nice, right? So to be fair, these are only so broken in. I've worn them a good handful of times, ran in them, I guess, twice at this point. But overall, you know, they're not as broken in as I would like them to be, but we'll come back to that later, right? So overall, the run felt good. And then I switched it up and, you know, got these out of the locker, put them on, and, you know, second verse, same as the first, right? But a little bit better, actually. So here's the thing. I put these on, and instantly, you know, you feel like a little refreshed. That's kind of like a mental thing because you're just putting on fresh shoes, right? Doesn't necessarily say a whole lot until you actually get back onto the track, right? And so you get back to the track, start running and everything. And first, even before I started running, you know, just like the initial steps that I'm taking as I'm walking back up the stairs or to the track, whatever I was doing, I was like, man, these are feeling pretty good, right? Another thing that I wanted to say about these that I forgot was, as I'm running, like, the heel impact, it just everything else, they're a little stiff, right? I didn't quite notice that until I put these on, because these, it seemed like for me, being that I hit heel first, I'm not one of those forefront runners, so that could, change your opinion on how some things work out, but just want to put that out there so you have all the information. But yeah, so I hit with the heel first. You hit with the heel and you just kind of go, right? That's just how I learned to run or whatever. Or it's just what feels natural anyway. So these, not stiff like these were. They just felt more natural to me. I don't know, it was like a more natural movement, so that was really nice. The heel area, again, I understand that this is like a redesign and it's supposed to be better. I'd never had any issues before, but I will say that it feels good in the back, right? It feels just fine back there. Everything's cool. In the front though, right? That's where there's another little bit of a difference. So with these, as I said before, can you see it? Kind of like that green stripe that goes across the front. I guess there's some stitching in there that's supposed to kind of help hold your foot in place or something. But it's because that's how it feels. Because this part feels like it's pretty well locked in. And even as you feel it, it seems like there's something going on in here that just, some extra stiffness. Not really stiff because it's still prime knit. But it just doesn't feel as loose as over here. But anyway, so then your feet the tip of your feet, your toes, are still free to, move around as they need to, because as you're running, they do kind of move, right? Like, it's just how the foot works or whatever. So I'm running in these and everything's feeling like super good. And I'm thinking like, man, I wanted to like the Vapormaxes more because I've been an Air Max guy for a long time. But I mean, you gotta call it like it is, right? And this is a performance review, right? So I gotta talk about it from a performance aspect. And just going by that comparison, overall, I got to give the nod to these just because of a couple reasons, right? And I'll get back all into that when I sum up things at the end, but it's pretty much just that. They're not so stiff feeling, the break-in time's lower, all that stuff. It's a whole thing, right? But anyways, so I do that run, that mile, and I'm thinking, okay, like, I didn't want to believe that these were that much better, because I just didn't. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm going to do one more mile number 3, right? So I go back and I take off one of the shoes and I put back on the opposite one. So then I'm running pretty much like this. I don't know if I think it was opposite. I think I had the left of these and the right of these, because I'm thinking I'm going to do one more mile in both shoes so I can have like a full comparison as I'm actually going, right? So yeah, there's a lot of running today. More than I wanted to do. Definitely more than I wanted to do. But anyway, so I'm running, I got both shoes on, and yeah, everything that I had saw over the first 2 miles, same thing, right? It's pretty stiff over here. The foot also felt like it was a little freer in the shoe, which is weird. These are a 9, because that's what I wear on these, true to size, like I said. I go 9.5 on all my Adidas. That's just the fit that I got used to with the uncaged, and I haven't had a problem. So whether it's like NMDs, night joggers, Ultra Boost, Yeezys, 5923s, 9.5, right? That's just my Adidas size. I don't know if you guys all wear the same, but like between the two, but just put that out there. Anyway, so I'm running, I got both of these on. These are feeling pretty stiff, these are feeling pretty loose. The foot kind of felt a little looser in here, like it wasn't completely locked down in the front. Didn't have that feeling over here. It was just an overall better feel on these, which was surprising in some ways and saddening in some ways, right? Because again, like you wanna root for your guy, right? But sometimes your guy comes up short. It happens, right? So anyways, that's gonna really sum up everything. I don't want this to be super long. I just want to get this information out there to you guys. So, real quick summary, right? If you just want to skip to this part, maybe I'll put a timestamp in there for here. This one is the better one, in my opinion. Again, I run a certain way, it's like I'm one of those heel first runners. I don't know if a 4-foot running person would have the same opinion, but this is just how I feel, okay? That's what we're talking about. We're talking about me, So anyways, these right here. The sole, midsole, super flexible, doesn't feel stiff at all, right out of the box, right? These are great. No break-in period whatsoever. These do have a break-in period. If I wore these straight for a month and then redid this test, maybe I'd have a different feeling, but I'm going pretty similar. These have had the same wear. Yeah, these have had pretty much the exact same amount of wear, so that's cool. And these came out on top, right? Again, the midsole was better. This part here just locked your foot in a little better with that, like that striping in there. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but it works. And then it left your toes up here to feel pretty free. On here, everything felt like it was just like hanging out, just like when you order something and from like Amazon, they send you this like a huge box and all you open was like a little can opener. You're just like, it's just like shaking around in there. Well, maybe not just shaking around in there, but it felt like it wasn't super secure. That's what I'm saying. But these, no problems, like at all. You know, the heel, I didn't feel anything loose in there. Everything felt like it was like the full foot was just locked in and like ready to rock. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give the nod to these. As much as I don't want to, I got to be honest. You know. Now, is it a huge difference? That's the question. Is it a huge difference? Not really. It's not. And if you're just wearing these for like casual wear, they still stand equal. And in that case, I would say go with whichever one looks best to you, because they're still very equal. But for a performance portion, there you go. So, that being that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I don't have anything else to say about those. Hopefully that helped you. If you have any questions or whatever, let me know. If you have any suggestions for other shoes that I should try out, let me know. Whatever's on your mind, let me know. That's why there's a comment section down there. So, use it once in a while. It's cool. I read all the stuff. I don't respond to all of them because, like I said, some people are just terrible. It happens. Alright, that's it for me. You guys have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are, and go on back to doing whatever it was you were doing before you watched this video. Alright, I got another one to knock out, but yeah, there's some debate on that. Anyways, thanks again, people. I do appreciate it. Have a good night or day, whatever. Later.